So I just wanted to share a quick tip that I've noticed. A lot of guys, they'll make this mistake when they're doing wiring. And I mean, it's not really a mistake, but this is definitely a time saver. So I'll see guys and they'll have wire and they're trying to splice it together. And what they'll do is this. In my head, it's pretty crazy, because I have the one that is open and ready to splice onto, and then they'll go ahead and they'll make this one super long, and then they'll start doing this. They'll start just wrapping it around and then getting it even at the end, maybe trimming it up before finally putting on the wire nut. And it doesn't always work. In this case it did, but I mean, it's time, and time is money. I'm just going to show you a really quick trick to speed up your wiring. So instead of taking the two wires and wrapping one around, all you have to do is just line them up with each other, just like this. Line them up, grab your wire nut, slide this in, make sure it's the same length, and make sure it's not too long, so when you put your wire nut in, it doesn't have wire that's exposed to the elements. The whole idea of this wire nut is to protect this wire connection. So slide it on and then just start twisting, and you'll feel it go, and then eventually you'll start to see the insulated wire start to twist too. And just to show you that it works, I'm just going to go ahead and untwist this guy. Look at that. Perfect wire splice. I hope that showed really clear on the camera. In comparison to this, I mean, it's relatively the same thing, but the time difference. Imagine if you're making a wire splice and you've got to do, I don't know, 20 splices. How much quicker is it just to hold them together and just twist it? Super easy. And then here's just a tip that you're probably aware of whenever you're actually wiring onto a solenoid. These solenoid wires, they're really loose. So if you try and do that trick, what will end up happening is the wire will just bend back. So don't do it with solenoid wires, but definitely with any type of irrigation wire like this, just bud them together and then twist, and then you're done. Whenever you're coming with irrigation wire, what I like to do is I like to expose a little bit more, twist it round, starting at the base, working all my way up. My apologies for my dogs. Cut it so that everything is at the end, then put it on and twist, and it will work near enough every time. We've got a solid connection there again where it's twisted round. I'll go ahead and take that off. It might not show it, it may even unravel with the solenoid wire just because it's that loose stuff. But that's how you get a perfect connection every time. Just hold the two pieces of wire together. You don't need to waste time wrapping them around. Just bud them up, put your wire nut on, and just start twisting. Easy peasy.